It's the Knicks, Jets, etc. podcast with Alex Trataros, John Meleka, and Raisi on the beat. Let's go.
Yo, what's good, everyone? Alex Trataros here with another Jets episode of the Knicks, Jets, etc. podcast. And with me, as always, my buddy, my cousin, pal, the man, the plan, the one and only John Meleka. Not with us today is the foundation, the rock himself, video producer Greg. Unfortunately, he can't be here because we know that CJ would get the slander today. We know that CJ would get the slander for that dumb freaking penalty, man. Everyone and their grandma knew that they were not going to run it. Everyone knew. But yet CJ just had to go be water boy and go hop over the line. But before we get into all of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to subscribe on any audio listening platform that you listen to this podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Do all that good stuff if you want to keep seeing this content. John, bro, how you feeling today, man? How you doing?
I mean, I've been better. I'll tell you that much.
That's a fact.
Dude, the injury bug just back to haunt us. At some point in the middle of this game, I was thinking to myself, is this just going to be another game where it's an amazing win? Thank God we got it, like the Denver game, but we just walk out with tragedies on both sides of the ball with Mike White and with Q Will. I mean, Q Will started this game.
He was a dominant force, bro.
2 sacks in the first quarter. Dude.
Dominant force. Dominant.
I mean, that's so tough that he went out, and then of course Mike White went out twice. I really thought that's how this was going. Unfortunately, they got hurt. They're coming back, but we still lost the game. But we'll get into all of it. Looks like the division has passed us by, barring a miracle. However, the playoffs are still very much in sight. All that happened today was we split with the Buffalo Bills. We'll get into it. So I'm okay. I'm really happy that we have this platform here, Alex, because I need to just get it all off my chest. I need to get the rapid reaction off my chest. I'm feeling a lot of things right now, but I am also ready to move on. I'm ready to move on to Detroit next week, who played an unbelievable game versus Minnesota. I'm ready to move on to that game. So,
all right.
How you doing?
I'm angry, man. I'm angry because once again, I'm watching these 2 past games, and these are games the Jets were in. We talked about it on the last pod. It came down to, we legitimately talked about it, who made the most mistakes is going to lose this game. Inadvertently, if you make the least amount of mistakes, you're also going to win this game. Like, that's how it went, okay? And when I see CJ Mosley hop on the line, as I noted earlier, when I see Michael Carter fumbling the ball, when it starts off with Braxton Berrios almost touching a punt that could have been a touchdown to begin this game.
He tried hard. He really tried hard to touch that punt.
Yo, man, like all that just screamed to me today. This is going to be an uphill battle. This was nothing you could say about Mike White against this game. Before he got injured, that dude was wheeling and dealing to get us that touchdown. Okay. It comes down to, or even like Jordan Whitehead, who's being in man, and you let, I think it was Stephon Diggs, get that many yards. You go into this game. It is such a crucial game. We're talking about division. We're talking about playoffs. You have to be on your P's and Q's when you're going against like a championship caliber team. We're not talking that these are just playoffs. This is a team that was almost could have been in the Super Bowl last season. And when I see the Jets make mistakes like this, yeah, we lost guys. We lost Q Will. We lost Mike White. I also have a lot of issues with Joe Flacco, man. Like, my God.
We'll get into it.
But
we'll get to the QB depth chart in this episode.
To begin with, there's a lot of issues we got to go through. But to begin with, it all comes down to mistakes, man. You got to play mistake-free football when you're competing against a team like the Buffalo Bills. That's what I want to say. That's my biggest gripe for watching this game. But let's get into some of these hot topics, man, because we got a lot of hot topics to hit. And we can start with the offense. We can start off with your guy, one Michael Carter.
Oh, that's a tough layup here, but dude, I have an issue with Michael Carter and Joe Flacco being the two players to cause turnovers in this game, plus Berrios with the almost turnover. And honestly, I'm going to say an almost interception too. Like, he should have caught that ball in the end zone or close to it, and he let that ball fly in the air. I thought that was an interception, man. So he got lucky on two plays. All these players are non-starters. Okay? We have non-starting players. The only thing that is a legitimate starter is Berrios in the return game.
Mm-hmm.
And holy God, I've never actually watched an NFL football game where a team we can't figure out punts. We can't kick them. We can't field them. We've lost games because of them. Like, the first, I think 7 drives of this game featured a punt. We would either mess up either kicking it or fielding it, and no matter which side of the ball we're on. It's crazy. Especially when the team is a defensive team. Like, the whole goal is to force teams to punt. If we can't field punts, it's a problem. You know what I'm trying to say? It's so infuriating. You mentioned Joe Flacco, dude. It's over. Listen, he has mentioned in the past that he has been on the sidelines and not ready. You know what I mean? He's mentioned that before, and kind of in passing. Michael Vick has mentioned that in passing as well, especially when he was on the Jets. I don't know what it is about the veteran quarterbacks hanging out on the Jets. They don't think they're actually going to play. Dude, he has to be all right. Like, you don't have to cut him. Like, you could leave him on the team, pay him the paychecks for the rest of the season. There's only like 4 or 5 weeks left. Leave him in the locker room, whatever. But he has to be inactive. We have to start. I want to get your take on what that means for Zach Wilson. But dude, if Mike White is in the hospital right now, like, we're gonna get into the game. Mike White is in the hospital right now with a rib injury. He's questionable to play versus the Lions. Let's say he's out 1 week with a rib injury because he's in the hospital. Let's just say worst case scenario, he's out. It can't be Joe Flacco. I don't even want Joe Flacco to be dressed. Like, no matter, even if like, let's just say it's Zach Wilson and he's terrible. I don't want to put Joe Flacco in. I would rather have Strevler in, literally. And shout out to Zach Rosenblatt, who's been screaming about Strevler all year. He likes to mention him in every single podcast, tries to mention him at least once a week in an article, likes to throw in a press conference question with Strevler whenever he can. So I honestly, I think it's time to give him a shot. And that's my shot. That's my take on Flacco. My take on Flacco is we need more Strevler, less Flacco. I never want to see him again. If you want to leave him for film study for the next couple of weeks, no problem. After that, I never want to see that guy again. But we're talking about quarterbacks, and I refuse to talk about anything else, about to go any farther. I know we want to talk running backs. I can't not talk about Mike White. Mike White, dude. This man is everything we've ever wanted in a quarterback. Literally, he's everything we've ever wanted in a quarterback. He has, what do you want to call it? The moxie to control the huddle without saying a word. Dwayne Brown, after the game, they asked him, our left tackle, they asked him, what did Mike White say when he came back to the huddle in the second time around? Dwayne Brown's like, nothing. He didn't say a word. The fact that he's in the huddle, like, that just said everything for us. Garrett Wilson talking about Mike White again this week. The way Coach Sala was talking about him also after the game, this guy controls the locker room. He can make every pass, like from the left hash on the out to the right. Those are nasty passes. The only thing we don't have, honestly, is a tight end who can catch. As crazy as that sounds, we don't have a number one wide receiver. Corey Davis, I love you, man. It's over. He needs to be cut after this year. We still need a number one receiver. Garrett Wilson is that guy, but God, I know I'm just ranting because how much I love Mike White right now. I'm just so disappointed he lost this game. How did Mike White lose this game, Alex?
Offensive line allowing him to get smacked left and right. You know, you have fumbles left and right. You have CJ Mosley putting, the Buffalo Bills in good scoring position. This is where I talked about mistake football, man. yes, every team has their games where they look terrible. The Jets have been good this season, but this is a team that if you make the playoffs, you potentially are going to see them. You played well one week. This week, you know, and I don't know, and I know there's some Zach Wilson truthers out there, and I know they're going to be like, well, we won with Zach Wilson. Stop it right now. Stop it right now. Because
I think there's legitimate criticism though for not having him dressed and
that
having
Flacco
out there.
That I can get with because Flacco stinks.
Yeah, bro, he's so bad. I never want to see him ever again.
That I can get behind, but I don't want to hear that Zach Wilson would have came and won this game because I don't.
Maybe he wouldn't have fumbled though.
He may not have fumbled. He gives you legs.
Probably those interception though. Maybe he'll run it. Yeah, maybe he'll run it. That's good.
These are other things that we could talk about, but I don't want to hear that Zach Wilson would have won this game because we beat the Buffalo Bills with him. He barely did his job that well. We were complimenting him that he was okay and that he was average. Mike White still went out there, threw 268 yards, got this team in scoring position, put this team in position to succeed all the time. It then comes down to your skilled position players to not fumble, to catch the ball. All right. This is the second time with Braxton Berrios. Last week we could have talked about beating the Minnesota Vikings if he catches that ball and holds on to it when he gets hit. You know what I mean? Like he's giving us chances to win. Your skilled position players now have to own up to their mistakes and cash in. But, the one thing you want to talk about Mike White and his moxie before I get into whole Flacco. Here's what Dwayne Brown, after what Connor Hughes had to tweet about Dwayne Brown's comment on Mike White. Dwayne Brown, I'm reading Connor Hughes' tweet. Dwayne Brown, one of the most respected players in the Jets locker room, said he went up to Mike White and told him, "I appreciate you." He said Dwayne Brown then said he shouldn't have to have taken the beating he did. Protection needs to be better. Fact, he kept getting up. He's a dog, is what Dwayne Brown said. Okay. Michael Carter, even though we have questions about Michael Carter after his performance today, he even said Mike White is an effing soldier. All right. This dude got whacked every single time he was out there. That one where he got folded, my guy. He legit got folded like a lawn chair. All right. And he comes back out of that locker room. I was like, yo, I was legit watching the TV. I was like, yo, we're back in this game now. We are back in action with Mike White. And for a guy with an injured rib, he is still slinging it out there. He's finding Denzel Mims. He's passing to 5 different receivers. He's like, I got you. Nothing. Weather doesn't bother him. Hits don't bother him. That I respect the living daylights out of that guy. All right. No one in that locker room has done anything close to that this season. All right. He's not complaining about anything. He comes out here. I'm talking about the quarterback position.
Okay. Let's say one guy.
No. I'm talking about the quarterback position. Just to clarify, no one has done that at the QB position. That guy has earned a hell of a lot of respect, not only from me, I think the fan base as well. All right. Getting to Joe Flacco now. Don't dress up. Don't. You are a statue. Everyone's talking about a statue, how you are. You can't. There's pressure. The Bills must have been salivating at their mouths, bro, as soon as they saw that man walk on the field.
Absolutely.
Come on.
That beat them last time, whether we like it or not.
As much as we don't, and that's why I agree with you that he should be at least dressed. You want to do it week 1? Fine. You telling me he's not that good now to be dressed up over Joe Flacco, just in case? I don't want to see Joe Flacco again. Strevler, you want to go with Strevler? That's fine. Strevler's a gamer. I'll take a gamer any day. He's got some of that Gardner Minshew gamer mentality to him. I'll take that any time of the week. But
I would have loved actually if Strevler came in this game.
Yo, I feel like he wouldn't necessarily want us a game, but he would give us some moments. I was like, yo, okay, we're not, we just need someone to hold.
He just wouldn't have fumbled. If he didn't fumble, that's all we needed.
That's all we needed, dude. It's legitimately all we needed. But
you speak of MVP.
Forward, I think.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I think moving forward, you got to have Zach Wilson dressed.
Yeah,
I agree with you. You can't have
Strevler or Strevler. Whatever. Figure it out. I don't care which one. Honestly, to be honest with you, neither one for me. Like, I'm not leaning either way. I'm kind of right down the middle between them because I kind of seen Zach Wilson. I don't think he's learned anything the last 2 weeks. I think he's kind of just mopey, honestly, around here. He's probably so annoyed watching Mike White, like everyone loving
Ball
him so
out?
much. No, not succeed, but just how everyone's rallying around him. That must suck. You know what I mean? Like, it just as a human being, he just, especially his persona or what we've been told, his persona is off the field. It's got to irk him. But
Jay Cash, if you're listening to, we got to talk to you, man. We got to talk to you about your boy.
we got sold some crypto coin in Zach Wilson, but it doesn't matter because we might have, at least a top 3 quarterback in that draft. His name is Mike White. I'm happy he's there. I don't know if he's going to play next week. We'll get to the QB stuff in the upcoming episode for the preview for the Lions. But, dude, we talked about player on this team. We talked about MVP. It's Garrett Wilson, man. I can't believe he has already beaten the record for receiving yards for the Jets for a rookie. He already beat Keyshawn Johnson. I'm so happy that Keyshawn Johnson's finally out of my life. He wrote a book cursing out the Jets. Like, I called "Give Me the Damn Ball." I hate Keyshawn Johnson. I don't like that he's associated with the Jets. I don't like that they sell Keyshawn Johnson throwback jerseys. I don't like it that he has our records. And we finally are over the hump. We're finally over the Keyshawn Johnson hump. I can't believe it. 2022, bro. And his name is Garrett Wilson. He's got the Rookie of the Week stuff. But that's fan voting. In real time, he might be the best wide receiver in the whole draft. And I can't believe he's a New York Jet. He is honestly a blessing to this team on and off the field. And Bam Knight, dude. Oh my God. Like, that's why
I don't even know why. I get you got to give Bam Knight a rest, but my goodness, bro.
So that's why, like, you teed me up here originally with my boy Michael Carter. Why I'm so annoyed, man, is we have an undrafted free agent come in this year, and he's just way better. Like, I don't know what else. He blocks better, even though he's smaller. And I can't believe he's smaller than my car, but he is. You know what I mean?
And he attacks the hole with such aggression, bro.
And he was an undrafted rookie this year. And then we also have Breece Hall, who was a rookie this year, also better. We also have Ty Johnson, who was like kind of equal. You can't come in here and fumble, dude. Like, Michael, you're a nice guy. I like you. I like you in UNC. Yeah, he's a cool dude. He has a Sproles type mentality, change of pace back. Bro, he can't be our starting running back. He can't get real touches like that. That's a tough one. But shout out to Bam Knight. Shout out to Elijah Moore. I mean, he is having a fantastic couple of weeks. Garrett Wilson MVP. The tight ends are having a tough time. Shout out to CJ Uzama for getting in on that fumble. I don't know how he just ended up in exactly the right spot at the right time. But yeah, dude, I have to start questioning Michael Carter. I have to start questioning Tyler Conklin, and I'm done questioning Joe Flacco. Tyler Conklin, he's making some bad plays. I'm also kind of done with Corey Davis. If he's not if he's on the team this year, if he's healthy, I would like him to play. But I'm done with him past this year.
Yeah, that was an incredible catch.
Yeah, he's nice when he plays, but I'm done. I'm not paying him all this money to come in and play literally one catch every couple of games. Like, literally, that's insane. What are we talking about? I'm done with Corey Davis after this year. I'm done with Flacco starting now. And Michael Carter has to be relegated just a tiny bit. I like him. He's cool. A little bit.
Does he get the Ty Johnson role? Because let me tell you something, man. Because Breece Hall, home run hitter. Zonovan Knight, dude, 17 carries for 71 yards and a TD. The way he got that TD, my neighbor would text me if I was okay because I screamed so loud watching him just bulldoze and just shed tackles, dude. This is the type of stuff I want to see from a running back. Same with Breece Hall. Those are the type of things I like to see from a running back. Having both of them, it brings me back to thinking of, although they don't run the same way, but it's like having Curtis Martin and Leon Washington all over again. Honestly, that's like, if having those two as your two running backs, it's like, yo, this is fun. You just put them out there, like, let's go. You try stopping one of them. All right. You try stopping one of them. Like, the way Zonovan Knight has been playing, you just got to keep him, man. He's in that rotation. I think he's solidified himself as a second running back the way he's been playing the last couple of weeks. I know for some that maybe jumping the gun just because he's undrafted. You have Michael Carter, who you spent what was a 4th-round pick on last year. I get that, but you really can't tell me you watch this guy and you say we're not seeing some legitimate truth to this. It's really hard. He just 70 carries for 71 yards against a good Buffalo Bills defense in the snow. That ain't easy, man. That is not easy.
That weather sucked. Talk about weather conditions. It was windy. It was gross. I don't know if I wanted to see Zach Wilson, but yeah,
I mean, he can't play in the wind, bro. But Mike White can play in torrential downpour, snow, wind, doesn't matter. Get his ribs broken, comes back out, wheeling and dealing again. Don't even bring up Zach Wilson's name to me, okay? Not you, but anybody. Don't even talk to me about Zach Wilson.
So my MVPs of the offense, we got Mike White, of course, number 1, Warrior. Number 2, Garrett Wilson, best receiver the Jets have had probably ever. 3, I'm going Bam Knight because he was just unbelievable today. Offensive line is last. Okay, I just want to note that. I'm going to give CJ Uzomah. I mean, he had a tough penalty, but he did have the fumble recovery, so I guess he's a push there. Man, yeah, I guess those would be my 3. It's an easy 3, but I have way more negatives, to be honest with you, on the offense. Like with Tyler Conklin, he really upset me, dude. Today he's been disappointing.
Yeah, the last couple of games has been pretty sad. But I want to shout out to Court Dog on Twitter. He tweeted at me saying the Jets need more depth at offensive line. I was like, we do, and I honestly, like, at the same time, we have to understand that this offensive line has been decimated with injuries. This entire team's been decimated with injuries. Speaking of injuries, let's get to the other side, dude. Defense, because we lost. Hopefully not. They said it's his calf.
No, he's fine. He's questionable to play next week.
He's questionable next week to play for Quinnen Williams. Okay, I'm just gonna say we lost him today. We really could have used him because he really makes that defensive line go. The
offense with the whole scheme completely changed. We started playing wide out, and they just kept running up the middle.
Yeah. There's no pressure on Zach. Josh Allen. Like, because you have to. He was causing a lot of pressure, man. He makes it very difficult for centers to give, the protection at the middle of the offensive line for quarterbacks to get set, to create that pocket. When he does that, it changes everything. That's where you're able to go get Allen on the edges when he's that big of a disruptor. But thankfully, he's questionable. When I saw him grab his knee, man, I held my breath like I did for Quinnen Williams. I mean, not Quentin Grimes on the Knicks when he got when Terry Rozier was under him earlier on Friday. We have too many injuries, man. Too many injuries, especially in today's game.
We are like 2 more injuries from the season being over. There is a breaking point.
There is. As much as we like to say that the next man up mentality, there is a limit to how much of the next man up you can go. Like, we don't. As soon as we start bringing up practice squad guys, that's when you're starting to know we're getting to really bad territory. Even when we start getting to that's 4th on the depth chart, 3rd, 4th, that's very questionable.
I mean, that's what Barrios is, and he's a featured red zone guy. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm bitter. Shout out to Sauce Gardner. 2 blitzes today in a row, and then played special teams, trying to do everything. The man is trying to do everything. Nobody threw anywhere near him today. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
This Quinnen Williams thing is going to be an issue going forward. That's the real bend don't break mentality for the New York Jets. It's not on the field. It's with injuries. We're bending here, and we're not breaking. The offensive line kind of broke today. I guess maybe just bent a lot. It's irreparable damage to the guy's ribs, but technically didn't break, but it's on the verge. Defensive line needs to get it together. Michael Clemens will be back. That'll be fun. But it's about the interior, and he is a big loss. Moving back a little bit, CJ Mosley, Alex. He saved us at the end, though. I don't know what it is, man. He's such a Knicks player. I feel like he's such a New York Knicks player. Like he does terrible things during the game that really kind of change. He might be. He really might be. Like he makes these terrible plays that are really game-changing plays, but then he'll come back at the end and he'll make 2 consecutive game-saving plays for the Jets to give us a chance, to come back with with the 2 tackles after that buffoonery on 4th down. And he starts smiling, which I would too if I were him, but it's just annoying for me because I'm like so angry watching him. You know what I mean? Other than that, Michael Carter, he had a bad game, but he's fine. I don't mind it. He's going to be fine. I trust everyone there. I'm cool with the secondary. I'm cool with CJ Mosley. I guess nothing we can do. He's fine. He's on and he's off. We need better linebackers. It can't be Quincy Williams.
He had a nice tackle, though.
We need Quinnen Williams. I know he did. That was sick. I by the way, I celebrate. I celebrate with him every time he does it. I do that big uppercut. I love that uppercut thing. And every time he makes it such a big tackle.
He's one of the very few guys that has actually perfect form tackle, which is insane.
Yes, he does.
It's really insane. It's a lost start. It really is, but he knows what he's doing. And sometimes, I don't know if it was him or if it was Quan Alexander or CJ Mosley, but someone dove and tripped up one of the players to stop them from getting a first down. I forget who it was, but that's the type of stuff that I don't know. It's just CJ Mosley, man. You can't have. Yeah, I get it. He had the clutch play at the end, but why are we even having a clutch play at the end if you're not waterboarding somebody for half?
Yeah, I know. That was tough.
You thought he was Troy Polamalu for a second.
I know. It's really annoying. Well, nothing's more annoying than special teams. I talk about this all year, all offseason. You hate when I talk about it. You think it's a joke.
Punter.
You think it's a joke. Alex, the special teams. The only joke about the special teams is how we play punts. We cannot punt. We cannot field. What do we do right? We put Sauce Gardner on one. I mean, Jermaine Johnson blocked one. I guess that would be your answer. And he almost got in again, by the way. The very follow next punt, he got in there late. He broke through at the end there. I guess that's good. I guess maybe we could start blocking punts somehow, some way. But how are we gonna win a playoff game if we can't punt the ball? Honest to God, you know what I'm trying to say? Or we can't field a punt. How do you win a playoff game? Can we just talk about that? Forget everything. Let's just miracle happens. We get there.
Hopefully you don't have to punt, my man.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna go into Buffalo, not punt. KC, not punt. Tennessee, not punt. Yeah, that sounds good. I can't wait. So crazy, dude. This upcoming draft, I don't want to even hear the word quarterback. I want to hear punter. I want to hear his punter analysis. That's all I want to know about the upcoming.
We don't need a quarterback, man. We got Mike White. Roll with Mike White for another year. Give him Mike White a full off season with this offense, please.
That would be so sick.
Do that. All right. You can go draft a quarterback. Fine. Go do it in the later round. Do not burn a first rounder on a quarterback. Don't. You want to go into 3rd, 4th, go find somebody. Maybe 2nd, really 3rd, 4th. Go find somebody around there if they're good enough. Have them come on slowly. Roll with Mike White. Unless you're going out and telling me we're getting like Lamar Jackson.
No, I want Mike White, and I want to stop throwing to Berrios in the red zone.
And you want a punter. Don't forget the punter.
I want a punter so bad, Brady, man. It's been fun, man. It's been great. I'm done. I need a punter. This is crazy. It's embarrassing. It's just it's like watching a youth team where it's like somebody on the team, you go to the game and they just can't do something. You know what I'm saying? It's like a basketball game and they physically they can't dribble or something. They just can't do it. You know what I mean? They could shoot or something, but you're just like, okay, yeah, it's it's okay.
Yeah, you're talking about Del Curry like that? Sheesh.
That's how I literally feel watching these Jets. We can't punt. It's the most pedestrian thing. We can't punt. We can't field the punt. How many times do we let the ball roll 30 yards today? It's not I get it. If it's within the 10, let it roll. It's all right. I'm done. I'm done being upset about this game because I didn't expect to win. I wanted to win, but we split with the Buffalo Bills. The only disappointing thing so far this entire year has been getting swept by the Patriots. That's really the one caveat right now that I'm actually upset with. Like, actually,
actually nice throwback jerseys.
I mean, that's just a rabbit hole because like we have a freaking NFL logo on the field like we're freaking Rob Lowe, like rocking an NFL hat. So stupid, we can't even have a Jets logo on our field. And every time I go to a new stadium, I'm even more annoyed about the New York Jets. Even Green Bay, the oldest field ever, like you're taking pictures of us and sending it to us in the stands, like doing all these things for us. Minnesota's indoors. What the hell do the Jets do for us? If you went to the Giants game today,
give us your bottle caps.
Yeah, dude, literally, they take actually, you know what? Here, it's just randomly, it's so funny.
Literally take your bottle caps. If anyone who's never been to MetLife, they legit take your bottle caps when they serve you a drink. Dude, insane.
So in Minnesota, it was a water. I literally got a water bottle and they took the cap off. And I was like, okay. And then I'm walking and some lady right in front of me, like she goes and she has a cap on her water bottle. And I'm like, and I started joking around with her because like we're going down the same road. I was like, yo, how'd you get no cap? Like it's like literally discrimination like that. Like, I have Jets jersey, I get no cap. Like, what's going on? She started dying laughing. And like we're looking around as we're walking down, like, yo, everybody has a cap except for me. I'm like, what's going on right now? The lady's just like, nah, I'm not giving this Jets fan a cap. Ah, wow. God. But yeah, that's really the only thing I'm disappointed about, man, is the Patriots too. But all right, like real quick outlook. Coming up here, and also rapid reaction. All right, like, yeah, we went through the game. We went through the offense, defense, like Mike White, Josh Allen. It's the same freaking formula, dude. It's the same freaking formula. That's what's so annoying. It's so frustrating to even talk about. Josh Allen running, tight end eating us. Like, it's the same crap. So, like, there's nothing, like, that's a rapid reaction. So, we split with the Bills. We kind of knew it was going to be a loss. The playoffs are still here. We talked about the magic number. We have 7 wins. We need the Patriots to lose. We need the Chargers to lose. Like, just leave the Dolphins. Let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Go. We're fighting for their last spot
I just
here.
hate that we're in this position now. You know what I mean? I just hate that we got to hope for other wins instead of like just taking care of business. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
I hate backdooring our way into the playoffs because that feels like we don't deserve to be there. You know what I mean? Like, if you outright earn it and you deserve to be there, I'm very confident going into every single game. If we backdoor away, yeah, I'll be excited. I'll be like every other fan, like, oh yeah, we did it. Okay, let's go. It's rough, man. It's a rough feeling.
It's the Bills. It's the Bills division. We're fighting for a wild card, and let me tell you what, man. I said it last episode. I was thinking about it as soon as this game ended, and I thought it was very, very funny and very curious that they asked Salah about it. They asked Coach Salah about it in the post game about versing the Bills again, and he kind of alluded to it that we're going to see this team. We're going to see the Bills again. Of course, that could mean anything, right? That could mean, of course, we're going to play them next year. They're in our division, or it means, yo, we're about to see them in 5 weeks. And I was saying to you guys, it's impossible. I know that Cincinnati did it versus Mahomes, but it's impossible in general and for the New York Jets to beat a team 3 times in a row in 1 year, specifically. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, if we are destined to play the Bills, like if Kansas City's destined for the 1 seed and we are destined for the last position in the playoffs, then we are literally going back to Buffalo for a week for the wild card game. So that's why I'm not like so down on myself, right? Because again, it was the backups today, Alex. Flacco. Who messed up this game? Flacco, the punter, Berrios drops, Michael Carter.
You know, like, the thing is,
it wasn't like both Michael Carters. Michael Carter had a bad game, but it's fine. I still trust him on defense. Like, none of the big starters had any issue today. Quinnen Williams dominated when he was in. I'm not worried about it, man. I think the Jets are, my official prediction right now is this game. It's okay here. Of course, the next couple games are gonna matter, but we're gonna sneak into the playoffs, last spot, and we're gonna go into Buffalo in the wild card game. And honestly, man, I'm glad I saved myself the trip this time. The weather was crappy. It was cold. It was right in the middle. Jets go into Buffalo for week 1 of the playoffs, a wild card. I might have to do it.
I mean, I might be there with you if that's the case.
Yo, that would be sick. Our first Jets game together.
Yeah.
In Buffalo. Try not to get beat up. That'd be fantastic.
I may have to do that one.
All right, it's gonna happen, man.
It's not many times that you get to go play a divisional game. It'll be hostile. It'll be hostile.
I don't know though. I have such a good time with Bills fans, but I've never been to a playoff game.
It's different, man.
Yeah, I know. I know. They haven't been there since I was a sophomore in college, bro. They haven't been there in 10 years, literally. So I was a sophomore at Albany.
Oh, brother, man, it's just tough. Outlook. We're going to talk about it, and we'll wrap up with this. You got Detroit, Jacksonville, Seattle. Those are 3 must-win games. Miami. You hope that if Miami is solidified in a playoff spot, they rest everybody, giving the Jets the chance to go in there and win that game.
I mean, if we win out, we 100% make the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. If that's the case, right? The
Jets, if we lose Miami, I think it turns into like 55 to 60%.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, you hope if this is the game we got to play in order to get in there, we're hoping for other teams to lose. The only thing I can ask is for the Dolphins to solidify a spot so that way they can rest their guys and give us a chance to make it.
That's so sad.
That's the saddest thing. I mean, I hate saying it, but
yeah, it's so sad.
You got this is the way you're thinking, man.
That really hurts me.
I don't like thinking it either. The AFC East is just tough. You know, It is what it is. But yo, man, good pod, good
Jets
stuff.
Jets
lose. They lost to the Buffalo Bills, 20-12. It was an ugly game. They lose, unfortunately, to many mistakes. But we're not out yet, man. We're not out yet. Next week we're on to Detroit, who is a feisty team. They're feisty, as you noted. So we'll see. We'll preview that game.
I got some breaking news that's not really it's not Jets related directly, but it's indirectly Jets related.
Let's hear it.
Trey Hendrickson, pass rusher for the Bengals. We were all over him. We kind of trade swapped him for Carl Lawson. Broke his wrist. Very tough for the Bengals, man. Making that run too, AFC.
That's very tough. All right.
Everybody's getting injured today.
Everyone's getting injured, man. Today was just a mess. I mean, it's late in the season. It's cold out. This is when the injuries start to really pile up. And you hope everyone's
football.
healthy.
I smell it. Yo, now I'm hyped, Alex. Now I'm even more hyped. Come with me to Buffalo when we make it to the playoffs week 1. Or, honestly, if something even crazier happens, end up in KC, that would be even sicker.
That'd be crazier. That'd be crazier. All right, guys. All right, John. Good stuff,
You know what to do, guys. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube, Knicks Comment, Jets Comment, ETC, period. We have the Winning Picks Weekly on there for the NFL picks. We have bowl picks coming up. We have the Jets videos. We got the Knicks videos. We got the rapid reaction for the Jets. We got the previews coming up. And then the Knicks are going to start having double episodes with our man from Knicks Fan TV, Mr. the Tratacaster. So just tune in. Let us know what you think. We appreciate the comments. I mean, we're all on some Jets hopium here. I'm sure this week is going to be a little tougher for all of us. So let's get through it together. Hopefully the Knicks get us this win with the Kings today. But yeah, hit us up on the Twitter, hit us up on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you like to interact on the YouTube comments. We'll hit you up.
No doubt. And on that note, we'll catch you later next week. We out.
Jets Nation, let's fly.